Welcome back to Change Special Edition. I wasn't expecting an update already, but apparently there's been an update, and they said it was a huge update, even though like the last time I made a video it was just like, hey, they have problems and they need to get diagnosed for internal bleeding, and then I was expecting they'd be sort of off to heal, but they're still working and working hard on the game. I'm not sure of any condition update on the developer, but I don't know. But with a huge update in mind, I guess we're just gonna have to replay the game. I want to see the changes that have happened to Changed. Pun deliberately, very lamely created. I don't know, let's get into it. I don't know, it feels like I'm getting in this game a lot. I'm not burned out at the very least. And the only thing I would say is, for those of you who aren't aware, the update is not Patreon exclusive. They released it also on Steam, so anyone can play this newer version, which also has the translation done by Rapax again, so it should be good. And the one thing I'll be doing while doing this replay through is I'm going to probably make a had to make sure my wording is accurate, all new transfers as of, July 2020. Because I already have all transfers in the original game. I already basically probably showed all transfers in my playthrough thus far of the special edition, but I want to culminate and put together all of the transfers as of now, as we're moving forward, just to showcase, I guess, how many new transfers there are in the game. Because we already have a video that's completely for the original game, and we're not even halfway through the game, and there's already a lot of new transfers, a lot of new animations. So with that said and done, I'm going to go through the game, and I will showcase what has changed, what has gotten better, and new transfers, if there are any, in places prior to the library. Because to my knowledge, the only thing that's changed or been updated are, 1, boss fights. I hear the developer saying he wants to make the boss fights easier so the game is more people are capable of beating the game, because at least the main gimmick that people really liked and hated with the original game was it was ball-crushingly difficult, and not a lot of people, unless they were very skilled, or most people who played it were masochists. But what the developer is trying to go through, I guess, is deciding to try to make it so it's more accessible, make it more people can play it, and it's not as balls deep fucking difficult. So the only thing that'll be balls deep are a bunch of these black latex fucking wolves instead of the boss fight difficulties. But either way, I will skip ahead and I will try to get all the transfers that I think are new. If I've missed any transfers, let me know in the comments below, but that's basically it. So I will skip ahead and show new shit. Actually, wait, that's another thing. I'm not sure what the translation. Pair of shorts. Is this new? I don't think I'll need to save anything, because I think the saves are still prior from the previous. Let me see. It's not. I'll recheck actually what the developer said in his Patreon updates, then I'll be able to update myself on what he says he's changed. So give me 1 second. Let's see. Fixed pushing a box in front of Pyro. There was apparently a bug. We're pushing a box in front of Pyro, or Puro. I'm still gonna call him Pyro, so I mean, people can rage all they want. Like pure Pyro. It's not Puro though. That's much as I know. Into the room would jam the Pyro and make the whole game unable to continue to run. There are not many new animations in this update, but he completely reworked on the plot about Pyro. So he reworked the plot around Pyro. So as soon as we meet Pyro, we're going to have to talk to him a lot more to find out what new things he says. We might be able to learn a lot more about him, or he might have more things to say. He says he spent a lot of time to correct the dialogue and make the game process smoother. So he spent a lot of time to correct the dialogue, make the game process smoother and more natural, and enriched the plot. He says he made more fine-tuned levels. It's really hard to find a balance between difficulty and simplicity. Then he asked if things are a little too difficult, yada yada. Okay, so that's it. So yeah, I'll hopefully be able to notice some changes. I'm not sure about plot, like I'm not going to be clicking and reading everything. I'll do that when the game is fully out, so we get the full story experience. But during this, I just want the transfers, and I guess anything relating to Pyro. I don't remember if I got this one. By the table. I don't remember him being on the table. Let's see, what saves we got? By Pyro, before... Some of them are there and some aren't there. These are weirdly positioned, like 21, 31, 20, 23, 25, 47, 1, 107. It's like they deleted the first few files and replaced it with random things. I guess I'll have to start saving my... yeah, I guess I'll have to start saving. I'll be checking back and forth on my own all transfers videos, just make sure if there's a new animation still, even if it's the same transfer in the gameplay, but if it's a new animation after being transferred, I will include it. If it's a new animation or a new drawing, then I'll count that as a new transfer. Because some white milk puddings may look exactly the same, but give a different animation based on which level you're in or what room you're in. Because this desk, obviously, in that transfer, is unique to this room. I'll have to see if it's new or just completely old, and I just forgot about it, though. Alright, I checked. The one by the table is not new, and I've had it before. I think that one is actually new. Because I look back on my old video, and I'm going to be doing that quite a lot. Because this will be a real time-consuming task, but it'll be definitely worth it, because then I'll at least have everything ready for even when the full game comes out, unless there's just new ones I've never heard of. But unless people tell me, hey, there's a new one here and here at the start, then that just means when I would pursue it. But that, otherwise, if all these levels are just done, even though if this is a work in progress, if all these levels are just done, I've found everything, then it leaves me, what's the word I'm looking for? It saves me a lot of time, basically. It's like this blob taking you think it's, especially when I do this, and then a second one comes up. Can I get a third one? No. He gets fluffier. But no, these two I think are new transfers that weren't in the original. I'll double check again though. Like, see, look, you can see it for yourself. The ones I showed, let's see, the touching the pad at the start, then getting transferred. I'll just mute it, hang on. Ugh. The table one. The one where I go in the room with tons of milk puddings and keep going in and out, and then it does this. Unless it did, it's just, yeah, and then the one on the, then just the regular. Look at what the level used to look like. Seriously, I can barely even remember it. It's just the perspective and colors and everything's changed. And we're already in the other hallway. See, look at that. Like, already by the cat. It feels like I missed so much. But apparently there was no transfers. It was just the same one as the default of not this one. Or did I just miss it? Or maybe just I show it later. Not sure. Maybe I just show it later and I just forgot. 30 minutes of transfers. I don't even remember it. Maybe I'll have to play the original change and double check. Yeah. Although when I say I'm gonna probably play change, I'll just take my word for it that there's nothing there. And the one, or maybe was this room even accessible? I swear it was. And it's gonna bug me, but I swear I got all transfers. But anyways, that one and the second fusion transfer is new. I'm gonna treat it as new because my video doesn't show it. So this, let's see if anything's changed. You are immediately hit at the door by a lot of milk pudding. Nah, nothing's changed. Alright, now let's get the fusions and move on. Sealed the tape, but the rest of it is enough to trap you. Pyro, detecting the subject's vital activity signals. These rays won't kill you, it'll make you unable to move forward. Pyro used tape to block some of the fucking beams. These infrared rays seem to move along with you. You can only think of ways to find out the pattern of these rays to bypass them. Who's the one who's watching you? Who's the mysterious man who helped you in secret? Only by moving can you find the answer. It's like, he put tape. It's like, if you put tape... I can't remember the pattern as well. Yeah... No. Anyways, I have to get this as one of the new transfers anyways for the total video. It's unfortunate though. It's kind of a... It's fucking degenerate transfer. Actually, it's not degenerate until the tubes come out. Alright, so I'm going to include this one. The black latex female isn't new, but there was not previously a animation. As much as it, like, for whatever reason, nostalgic wise or memory wise, I would have sworn there would have been an animation, but a part of me also realizes there wasn't. It was just like you got transferred and that was it. But now there's the male and the female actually has an animation to it, so I'll add that to the collection. I'm gonna see if I can get it so they can fuse if I get the male first. No, alright. There's no fusion then, it's just the same one. But the female one has a new animation to it. Or at least, transfer death screen. Apparently there also wasn't an animation for these things capturing us before, unlike now. Let's see. Because before, it was just the same one where it's like you're just bent over very suggestively, but this death animation, it can be considered new as well, because it was added to the special edition and wasn't present in the first original game. That's a new one too. Instead of it being just bent over suggestively, it was actually a different one in this room. So extra lore here. You can ask one question, but there's 4 different questions you can ask. And no, I'm not going to touch this crystal here. It's going to be the same thing as before in the original version. They're not going to change already existing animations or remove animations. I know last time I went through this area, some people were like, Neco, why don't you touch the crystal? There's no reason for them to change the multi-animation where it's like, you know, it's text and it's animations. There's no reason to change it. It's the exact same. I'll be 100% guaranteed of it without having to ruin my save, because if I die here, I have to redo the boss fight. I don't want to do that, thank you. Alright, double checked. Last time I went through that, it was all just squares. So now you got the what the squares were when you fell unconscious on the floor. Apparently you're being hugged, I guess tenderly guided. I mean, we sort of knew what was going on. Like, we got picked up and brought here. I don't think they follow Pyro, but I'm gonna assume that they thought your body was so weak it wouldn't really be a worthy investment. Like, you just literally passed out in front of them. They're like, man, this isn't a strong house at all. I don't want to transfer this. What? It's just this weak little human thing collapsed. What the hell? But we're at the library, so I'm close. I've been playing for an hour and a half, getting all the transfers. Holy shit! Hopefully, I didn't miss any. I've got a few new ones, like from ones that seemed like they'd be old transfers, but with new animations, and I'll put those in the all transfers. So you won't see it in this episode, but you'll see it in the all transfers, all new transfers as of yet, or all new, you know, deaths or death scenes as of yet. Oh, what was that sound? Who's there? Oh, I think that looks like a new drawing though, so I mean it's going to get included. So many goddamn transfers. Alright, I'm going to leave it here just prior to the Pyro part, because I've been playing for, an hour and a half. That's, just tired of recording, to be frank. I've been doing it like all morning. But yeah, I don't know, it's just like one more episode, I guess, is what I'll be able to do. We'll be able to see the new Pyro related dialogue and whatever else is new besides him sweeping the broom in that cute fashion. I got as many or all of the transfers as I could. Many of them are offline, so if you don't see me showing all of them, doesn't mean I didn't get them. But yeah, again, it'd be all new transfers, not old transfers. I'm easily presuming, you know, the one if I push the box to the left of the balcony. I got the crow one. If it's a new, like an old transfer but with a new death scene or one that has a death scene, because in the original game, there's a bunch of transfers where it showed you change in this perspective, but without a death scene or, you know, a death image or transfer image. So I would showcase old transfers, but with new scenes that were put into the special edition. Outside of that, I don't know, a bunch more to get, and a bunch more to attempt. A lot of new ones, and a few I didn't get before, like, say, when fighting the blue dragon boss fight, the winged black dragons there, if you get captured by them in that room, they're different transfer scenes in that one than any of the rooms prior. Every single new room, even if the enemy looks exactly the same, they probably have a different death scene, even if the asset or the model looks exactly the same. The only thing that was never changed was if you slide into the giant crystals and turn into the blue dragon, it's basically the same. It hasn't changed at all. Either way, let's leave it here. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button, become a subscriber, hit the notification down below for updates on my videos. Thank you for watching. Until next time.